Hello, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me again here on Bottom to the Top. Today, we need 4 points in order to secure our safety in the Vanarama National League South. Let's try and not leave it to the last game, eh? Hello, it's a very warm welcome to episode 7 of From the Bottom to the Top as we try and take a National League South side, in this case Weymouth, from the bottom all the way to the top. And this is our journey. Nearly forgot the team for a minute. That's not good, is it? My name is Mark, and on today's episode we have for you, well, we'll have 2 games in their entirety and one probably a highlights package, or at least that's what I'm hoping. Because, as I said in the preamble, it all comes down to the fact that we require 4 points by my reckoning. I'll have a look at the table in a minute and explain how I come to that reckoning, and see what you think. Obviously it depends on how we get on against Eastbourne Borough, because if we can beat Eastbourne Borough, obviously it's 3 of the 4 points. Technically it should be reasonably easy from there in, and it then depends on the further matches. I'll explain more in just a moment, but before we continue, don't forget, if you do enjoy this episode, leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe and hit the notification button. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think of the series so far as we come to the end of our first season here at Weymouth, and obviously need to do a bit of rebuilding during the summer to start and hit the ground running at the start of next season, all of which you can see on this channel by hitting that notification button. Right, without any more, as we got 3 matches, we need to crack on with it. So we're just going to do a quick synopsis of what's been going on, just so that you can see my theology of all this. So as it currently stands, everybody has 3 games left to play, 3 threes are 9 points available. So Dover Athletic could get 50 points. Welling United could get 51 points. They're the 2 teams that are really in threat. Taunton and Averley have already gone down, so they're not going to catch us. So these are the 2 teams that we're really concerned about. As I say, maximum points. We are currently on 48, which means that we need 1 point to have as many points as Dover Athletic can possibly get. And this, of course, isn't relying on them losing. I'm working on the assumption they will win all their matches, and rightly so too. So if we can win today against Eastbourne Borough, we will wipe out Dover Athletic. We've only really then got to worry about Welling United. And guess what? Our second game of the episode is against Welling United. And if we can beat them there, job done. Hence why we've got all 3. So we may well show the highlights of the last game of the season for you. So that's where I'm at. That's how I worked out 4 points. If we can get 4 points, would give us 52. Would be more than what Welling United can get. It'll be more than what Dover Athletic can get. And of course, that game against Welling United isn't going to be easy, because they're going to be fighting for their life, depending on what happens in this first game of the episode, of course. Right, so Eastbourne Borough then, Welling United and Farnborough. Eastbourne Borough and Welling United are away from home. Farnborough is at home. Eastbourne Borough currently in 4th place, so they're really near the top of the table. Not going to be an easy match. Welling United, as we know, below us in 21st, and Farnborough are in 7th. So no easy matches here. Eastbourne Borough 4th, and we're away from home as well. So that's going to be a toughie for sure. We played them earlier in the season, back in October, before we arrived, of course, and on that occasion it was a 1-0 loss. Billy Vega, the scorer on that occasion. So let's go and find out what we can do against Eastbourne Borough today. Obviously, we're a different side from then. A visit to Priory Lane in Eastbourne. Stefan Verleger is out with a damaged cruciate ligament, and Kamari Grant is out with a hip injury. Michael Kelly, our reserve goalkeeper, is out with a thigh strain. That's the team news going into this one. Let's go and find out how we are setting up against Eastbourne Borough. Before we have a look at the team that will face Eastbourne Borough, I thought we'd just have a quick look at this screen, because it does help us in understanding what's going on around us. So Truro City immediately underneath us. They are playing at home to Averley, who have already been relegated, so expect them to pick up points today. Maidstone United are playing Farnborough. Maidstone United playing Farnborough, who we play in the last game of the episode, currently in 7th place. So a little bit of a mismatch there, but you could say the same with us and Eastbourne Borough, really. The other team that, or the two teams really that are directly ones that we're keeping an eye on, Welling United. They will play tonight. Today they're playing Torquay United. Torquay are currently in 12th place. They could pick up points there, especially at home. And the final game is Dover Athletic. And Dover Athletic are away to Hemel Hempstead Town, who are currently 8th. Basically, anything could happen. Let's go and have a look at the team that will face Eastbourne. And here is the team that faces Eastbourne. Nick Zack is in goal. McCarthy, Slade, Rowan and Howe make up our defensive line. We're still missing Hamlin, who is out in suspension. As I said, I think this is possibly his last game out. Tripp, Bolton and Petit in midfield. Vice continues behind Goodship and Cooper up front. And with the green lines on here, obviously they're all working quite well together. Thompson, Guidry, Sesse, Juriget and Malvin Lambert on the bench. And Eastbourne Borough face up. They're playing a 4-2-3-1. Won 4 of their last 5 matches, so they're on reasonably good form. Drawn the other one. We've won 3 and drawn 2. Points dropped. We'd have been clear by now had we picked up those extra points. Eastbourne Borough 4th on 75 points. We're 18th on 48. Highlight a minute and a half in, and it's a free kick, ball given away. Howe intercepted, back to Cooper. This is over the top to Vice. Vice is in. Vice has hit the inside of the post, but I think he was offside. Corner for Eastbourne, and it's headed, but it's just over. Just couldn't get direction on it. We have a free kick. McCarthy to Bolton. Bolton comes forwards. He's got Howe outside. Howe into the area. Cross it in. Cooper. Cameron Cooper. 8th goal of the season. Puts us in front after, I'm not sure if it was 22 or 23. We'll check on the replay. Here we go. Bolton. It's going to be 23. Howe into the area. Puts it into the 6-yard blocks. And Cooper puts it away. Question of whether he was offside or not. Don't think he was, no. We have a corner. Vice to McCarthy. McCarthy gets it into the area. Tripp is there. Back out to McCarthy. McCarthy to Bolton. Back to McCarthy. McCarthy has a shot from distance and it's come off the crossbar. Free kick inside our half. Halfway inside. Slade to Bolton. Bolton to Petit. Vice, who's having a good game today. Vice is looking to try and find a way through. He's got overlap of Howe there, but didn't pass it as Howe run past him. Rowan. Careful. Don't want to lose this ball. Howe inside of Bolton. Bolton back out to Howe. Howe, who caused the damage last time out. Howe. Cross it in the box. And that man Cooper gets his 9th of the season. Almost a carbon copy of the first goal. And on 43 minutes, we go 2 up. And that's exactly where we want to be going into half time. Lovely ball in, as I say, almost a carbon copy. Barry has a throw in now. Remy. 43 minutes on the clock. That one over the top looking for Curran. Curran crosses it deep. And it's missed their attacker, Harford Lockett. And we need to be careful here. Oh, he's given away a penalty. And he's put that away in the corner. Nick Zack going the right way. But they've got one back on 45 minutes. And not what we wanted. Curran with a free kick. Oh, and just over the top, Zigzag. Nick Zach putting that over the top. And just what we needed. Carson, he's come on for an injured player and it's caused us all sorts of problems. That one nodded straight to Nick Zach. We'll see this again. Nick Zach with a goal kick. Out to McCarthy. McCarthy comes forward. He's not got any support in front of him. Slade goes to Rowan. The other two key games that we were watching, both drawing at half-time. One 1-1, the other one 0-0. Tripp, good ship. Back to McCarthy. McCarthy inside to Tripp. Petit. Bolton comes forward. He's got Howe outside him. Howe crosses it into the area. It's in the back of the net. Brendan Goodship scores 3-1 at 50 minutes on the clock. And it was good play. But that man Howe, we need to sign him again for next season. Look at that. He's Goodship. I'm coming through. And I like from kickoff. It always, as you know, bothers me slightly. This one out to Carson, who's, as I say, caused us a few problems since he's come on, including scoring that penalty. Carson not finding a way through this time, but he's... Hereford Lockett goes out wide. Curran is out on the other side. And, off the crossbar, and it's not gone out of play, and they've kept it in. And the attack is still alive. We need to be very careful. I think he was offside. A corner from Weiss. Oh, swung in! And Harvey Slade gets his 9th of the season, puts us 4-1 up. And I think we have picked up all 3 points in this game, which means that we are literally a point away from safety. Howe with the throw in, deep in our half. Bolton comes forward with it. Howe goes running past him. Rowan to Slade. Slade to Tripp, and it just shows Petit, Weiss, Cooper. It just shows you how much we've come forward since I took over, on the basis that we're now put ourselves in great positions. Weiss just over the top there. And with 81 minutes on the clock, we're making all 3 changes in one go, mainly because we can. Guidry is on for Howe, who has got a 10. He's got a Player of the Match award. He contributed 3 assists in that, the first 3 goals, basically. Playing extremely well down that right-hand side. Guidry, of course, who's probably leaving us at the end of the season. Also coming off, Petit has come off for Girajay, and the other change that we made is Charlie Rowan has come off, and we've replaced him with Thompson. Guidry, who's just come on. Into Cooper. Girajay, also who's just come on, gave the ball away. But Thompson, who has also come on, tidying up. Nick Zach. Slade to McCarthy. McCarthy cuts inside. Girajay has Guidry. Now Guidry's got something to live up to. Gets it into the area, and Goodship puts it away. His 16th of the season. It's 5-1. And we've given the 4th place team at the start of play a absolute trouncing. We've been all over them, and Guidry with an assist this time. Lovely. Did a howl, really. And Goodship getting his boot to it. Puts it away. They have a free kick just inside their half. Finney. Harford Lockett. Ouch. And that's gone through to Nick Zach. And we can mount another attack. We are in the first minute of added time, of which there are 5. Nick Zach pumps that one forward, but it's a poor ball, really. And Guidry tidying up. He's picked up a yellow card, I noticed. Thompson. Girajay inside to Tripp. Fast moving, but that gave that ball away. Slade is there, and he's headed that. Had been better off just playing that loose. And Curran into the area, and that's pretty much the same as what we've been doing. And making it look a little bit better. 5-2. That ball given away. And Curran doing what Howe and Guidry do. Nick Zach should have had that, actually. They have a corner now. Now I get another one back. Carson. And it's headed clear, but Quick is there. Oh, and they have got another one back. And Gravata has got 2 in very quick succession. Right, need to do something about this. I put a stop to their little game. Guidry with a throw-in on this near side. Jurajay to Bolton. Back to Guidry. Guidry. Cross that ball in the box. Oh, trip straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. Guidry. Quite a good job again. Lovely ball in. And it's full time. It's all over. We have succeeded in securing all 3 points despite that late 2 goals by Gravata in injury time. He's not read the script. Somebody give him the script, for goodness sake. Oh, dear. So, 5-3 it finished. It should have been 5-1, really, except we gave 2 goals away towards the end. But I suppose they're in 4th for a reason. We had 16 shots, 10 on target, well over our 50%. Very, very good. 3.86. You see how they come back into it. 3.44. Look, 53% of the possession. They had 14 shots, 8 on target, 3.44, and 47% of the possession. The question now arises is what's happened in the other games, and have we survived, or do we still need that 1 point? So this is how the day's matches have finished. The 2 matches that we were interested in. Welling United and Dover Athletic. Dover Athletic losing to Hemel Hempstead Town 2-1, and that's how it ended. 1-1 at half time. Hemel Hempstead winning that in the second half, which means Dover Athletic can go get no more than 47 points. They can't catch us, and they're nearly relegated. They need to win both their last 2 matches and hope that Maidstone United or Truro slip up. And they need to win both those to give them the goal difference as well. Otherwise, they will disappear into the regional leagues. Welling United, they did a little bit better. They beat Torquay United by 1-0. White, literally on full time, 89 minutes, gave them the win, which means that they can still get a maximum of 51 points. Bearing in mind, we have 51, a vastly superior goal difference. It does mean that if we were to lose to them and lose to Farnborough, we still have to bite our fingers. But I think on goal difference, they've got to make up a lot. They think they've got to score something like 15 goals. Better, over the next 2 matches. So it's more than 7 or 8 goals a game. In order to beat us. Mind you, having said that, I was presumably go the other way if we were to lose those matches. So that 1 point, I think, is what we need, and we potentially could get it against Welling United. That's how it is going to turn out. Just to let you know that Yeovil Town have secured the championship. They have won it 93 points. Tunbridge Angels are second on 84, can only get a maximum of 90 points now. So that's where it is, and still a battle going on, including that game against Farnborough to try and secure a playoff place as well. So still work to do. Right, let's go through then and have a look at the team that will face Welling United in the game where we need to pick up 1 point in order to secure our safety. And here we are. It sort of comes down to this one match of the season, like so many seasons do. And in our case, it's a match against Welling United, who, if we are to pick up a point against them today or beat them, would secure our survival without having to go to the final game of the season. And this is the team that we hope will do it for us. It's Nick Zach in goal, Hamlin back from his 3 or 4 match suspension, Slade, Thompson and Howe making up the rest of the defensive line. No changes in midfield. Tripp, Bolton and Petit continue their work in there. Vice continues, sat behind Goodship and Cooper, a threesome that seems to have borne major dividends, along with Howe on this right-hand side. On the bench today, Rowing, Guidry, Sese, Jurige and Melvin Lambert. And here we are at Welling United. They won their last game, of course, so they're playing a 4-2-3-1 today against our usual formation. We've won 3, drawn 2 of our last 5. Welling United in 21st on 45. We are 18th on 51. 6-point gap, 6 points available. 1 point would see us safe. We have a corner. Vice with the corner deep. Oh, and it's in the back of the net. Elliot Bolton, his 3rd goal of the season. And we have a goal after 8 minutes. We are 1 up. And it's a good start. This very deep from Vice. Very deep. And Elliot Bolton getting above a group of defenders there and putting that away. They have a corner now. Lock. Swung in. It's headed out, but not very well. Has that gone for a penalty? It has. Oh, dear. So that lead was held for no more than 4 minutes. White and sent Nick Zack the wrong way. 4th goal of the season for Lewis. And it's 1-1 after 11 minutes. Cooper kicking us back off again. Good ship. Petit out to Howe. Howe down that wing. Howe very effective last time. He's done it again, and there's question of whether it should have been a penalty, but it's all right. But Vice has put it away, his 8th goal of the season, and we're back in front a minute after they score from the penalty spot, and they won't be happy about that. Howe on that wing doing the damage again. As I said, we must sign him for next season. Cooper looking for the penalty, but Vice was there to put it away. Another corner, short one this time. Hamlin to Vice. Vice back to Hamlin. Hamlin comes inside. Referee nearly getting in the way. He's cut that back to Petit. Petit has Thompson out wide. Thompson back to Petit. Petit. Bolton. Tripp. Tripp has a shot. Oh, he's put that in the corner. His 3rd of the season. And we are 3-1 up after 16 minutes. And what an interesting first 16 minutes we've had. We are going all out for this. That's certainly what it looks like. Bolton to Tripp. Tripp, he just planted that. Beat the goalkeeper. Slade now. I think it was Hamlin that played that ball to Slade. Bolton. Petit. Petit cuts inside. Petit's. Oh, not far away. And it's saved, actually. It's gone for a corner. Goodness me, we are rampant. Vice with another corner. Is this going to be a deep one? It is. He's looking for Bolton again. Oh, it's Harvey Slade this time. Oh, they're all in. It's party time, boys and girls. 4-1. And at the moment, as it stands, we are safe. Welling United have got a long way back. Slade getting up this time. Vice with a free kick. Oh, it's gone for a corner. And Burning that goal doesn't know what's coming. Vice again. Is this going to be a deep one or a near post this time? It's a deep one again. Looking for that same trajectory. Didn't get it this time, though. They've defended well. They have a throw in on that far side. Reynolds to Locke. Back to Andrews. Andrews creating space. It's off target, thankfully. Green with a corner for Welling United. It's headed away by Tripp. Oh, and a goal early in the second half for Welling United. And on 55 minutes, Ichafano getting the shots. Good goal. Headed away by Tripp. And fired from distance. Nick Zack getting nowhere near it. Hamlin with the throw-in on that far side to Goodship. Goodship cuts it back to Slade. Slade over the top looking for Cooper, but the goalkeeper comes out and gets it. Our front two not played particularly well today. That's a long ball and Slade is there to tidy up. Has Thompson in support. Out to Teddy Howe. Not seen so much of him today. It's been a bit quieter. Thompson to Bolton. Bolton to Vice. Vice to Tripp. Tripp, this looking promising. Cooper brings it down nicely. He's not got any support. He has now. Petit. Cooper. Cooper looking for... Howe's not there, though. Oh, a good chip. Gets his 17th goal of the season. It's 5-2 after 71 minutes. Cooper and Petit. Cooper well worked this. Looking for the space to get that cross in. He got the cross in eventually. Goodship had to backpedal a little bit, but he got there ahead of the defenders. And with 71 minutes on the clock, making two changes. Jordan Thompson, he's coming off, and we have replaced him with Charlie Rowan. And we've also taken off Leo Hamlin and brought on David Cisse. They have another corner. Green. Near post, and it's just wide. I thought it had gone in for a minute. And with 85 minutes on the clock, Teddy Howe is tiring. We've replaced him with Tyreek Goodry. It's all over, and we have beaten the team that was pretty much the only team left that could do us any damage in our ability to save ourselves here in the Vanarama National League South. And we've beaten them 5-2. Elliot Bolton after 8, Vice after 12. A minute after Lewis White got the equaliser for Welling United. Looked like it was going to be a very tight game, but then goals from Tripp and Slade within a minute of each other gave us a 4-1 lead. At that point, Michael Vice, of course, on 12 minutes. And then Brendan Goodship getting one on 71 minutes after Shifana had scored after 55. So 30 shots, 14 on target, 3.51 and 62% of the possession. They had 13 shots, 7 on target, 1.45 and 38% of the possession. It's another good day at the office, and all we need now is that confirmation that we have survived. And here we are with a roundup of the games. I can tell you that we're safe. Not that I've seen a news item for it, which I was hoping that we were going to show you. 9 points clear of Welling United now, with just 3 points available. The maximum they can get is 48. We are definitely safe, and we've gone to the dizzy heights of 17th. We would get a bloody nose if we're not careful. The only other thing I'd like to do, which would be quite nice, and I'm not sure we can do it against Farnborough, would be to actually get rid of this minus goal difference. To finish the season on 0 would be very, very nice, of course. Still the opportunity to finish 16th, reliant on what St Albans do, of course, in the final game of the season. But if we were to win and St Albans lose, for instance, and we can get a couple of goals difference on that, we would actually finish up in 16th, which when we started here at Weymouth, we never thought we'd do, bearing in mind we had 9 points when we took over, and very, very poor right down here, and look where we've ended up. So great job done. We just need to go out and win that final game of the season just to cap it off. Would be very, very nice. It's going to be a toughie against Farnborough. I'll be back in a moment, just before we have the highlights. Well, there's nothing else to report. Still not got any news that we've definitely survived, but my calculations, we definitely have. We're going to show you the highlights of the Farnborough game. We're not going to go through all of it, just the quick highlights that we would get off of the normal thing. We'll come back for that in a moment. We will show you the team that will face Farnborough before we go into that game. And we've played them once before this season, lost 3-1 on that occasion at Farnborough. Looking for a better result today, and as I say, something that could mean that we finish 16th in the table. That would be very, very nice. And here's the team that will face Farnborough in this final Vanarama National League South game of the season. what I was going to say was my assistant manager wanted me to a complete change, a rotation of the team, playing lots of players that haven't played and stuff like that. But I want to get as many points as we can. I want to finish on good form. I'm not saying that we wouldn't, but we are playing Farnborough, for goodness sake. So we're not going to do that today. Nick Zack then finishes the season in goal. Hamlin, Cheshire, Thompson and Guidry make up our defensive line. Bit of a change in the central midfield because we've got suspensions to two of our key players in that midfield. Bolton he's suspended, and also Casey Petit also suspended, both of them playing extremely well just recently in that central midfield and forming quite a partnership with Tripp. So Tripp, the only one that stays in that midfield three. Rowan plays as the ball-winning midfielder in that central mid today, and Juraj out on his right. The front three, those do stay the same. Vice sits behind Goodship and Cooper. The bench looking a bit different as well. Smalley, Slade, Howe, Melvin Lambert and Roberts on the bench today. And 25 minutes on the clock. It's Farnborough on the ball. Not a lot happened since then. Referee playing on. Goodship. Cooper. Well, ball one back. Juraj's in. Juraj scores his 6th goal of the season. And we go one up after 26 minutes. A splendid. We won that ball. And from there on, referee playing on. No foul, and Juraj getting it away. Turner with a goal kick now for Farnborough. 3 minutes of added time. We're not in it yet. All that ball cleared, and Pendlebury's in, and he's beaten the goalkeeper. It's 1-1 after 46. No, sorry, 45. Telling lies about 46. And this big breakout, Route 1. And it was a miss by, who was it missed it? Thompson. Didn't get to it. Come over the top, and Pendlebury straight through the legs of Nick Zack. (1-1) at half time. Howe with a throw in on that far side to Juraj. Juraj and Howe working together. Howe, what's he going to do? He's lost the ball, but he's won it back. Rowan reacted rather quickly. Juraj, Vice, Rowan, Tripp, out to Howe. Howe into the area. Vice! 9th goal of the city. He's offside. Sorry about my early celebrations there. Oh, I'm not sure. Can we see the lines, please? It's all over. It's a draw. And I think we've stopped Farnborough from getting into the playoffs. But we finished in 17th. 8 shots, 3 on target for both of us. Farnborough had the slightly better XG. But we had the bulk of the possession, 65% against their 35%. Which is why they haven't won today. Juraj after 26. Pendlebury right on half-time. And, well, I guess it wasn't too bad. Well, the final round of games have been played, and we have finished 17th with 55 points. That is, by my reckoning, a mass of 46 points since we took over, which I guess isn't too bad. And we've managed to survive. We've managed to survive by 10 clear points over Welling United. In the end, it's a bit of an annoyance that we didn't win our game today, because if we had won that game today, we would have got ourselves up into 16th place, which would have been a splendid finish ahead of St Albans City. But I guess we can't complain too much. Teams, Yeovil Town are champions, promoted to the Vanarama National League. Tunbridge Angels, Bath City, Eastbourne Borough, Weston-super-Mare, Hemel Hempstead and Slough are in the playoffs. Farnborough missing out because they didn't get that win today, which they will be really, really annoyed about. So they will play again in this league next season. and Eastbourne Borough will play Slough, Western-super-Mare will play Hemel-Hempstead, and then they will meet either Tunbridge Angels or Bath City in the semi-finals before the final, of course. Teams being relegated to the regional divisions: Welling United, Dover Athletic, Averley and Taunton. And that is how the season has finished. So without any more to do, it's the end of the season. We'll be back with a transfer special and our first look at any transfers, incomings, outgoings, etc., in the next episode. So I hope you will join me for that. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe and hit the notification button. Keeps you up to date with all future episodes of Bottom to the Top and other series, Irons in the Fire, of course, as they are released. Leave me a comment as well. Let me know how you've enjoyed the first half of a season here at Weymouth and where you think we might be able to take Weymouth next season. New episodes of Bottom to the Top released every Tuesday and Friday at 4:15 p.m. The best way of keeping up to date with what's happening on this channel is to follow me on Twitter at JustOffside2. Well, this is the last episode of Bottom to the Top before the new year. We'll be back on Tuesday for our next episode, which is the day after New Year's Day, of course. So I like to take this opportunity of thanking you very much this year in 2023 for supporting me on this channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, why not do it now? Give me a New Year's present. Thank you very much. And it's been a pleasure to bring these videos to you. And I hope you continue to enjoy the channel. And, well, we'll see you on Tuesday. Have yourselves a fantastic weekend, a good new year, and may prosperity come to you all. Until next time, goodbye.